Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about mistakes, but not the obvious ones. Not you didn't revise enough, not you didn't solve enough PYQs, not you didn't manage the time well. I want to talk about the quiet mistakes, basic mistakes, the ones serious aspirants make without realizing it until years past. And let me be very clear when I say serious aspirants. I am talking about you. The one who studies daily, who has cut down the social life, who follows the system seriously, who is genuinely committed to clear the exam. These mistakes don't look like mistakes at first. They look like dedication. They look like discipline. They look like doing everything right. But over time, they create patterns that block the growth. And then effort. And results stop matching and you don't know why. I have seen n number of students. I have made many of these mistakes even myself. I have seen, as I said, hundreds of serious students who are still making even today. So, I am sharing this not to judge, but to protect you. To save your time, your energy, and your confusion of doing everything right with still feeling stuck. So let's begin this. Confusion, the coverage with understanding. The first mistake I see almost everywhere is this. Confusing the coverage with understanding. Serious aspirants are focused on completion. They are in a hurry. Finish the syllabus, finish the book, finish the course. They are always in a hurry. So they study fast, like a newsreader in a news channel. They move quickly from topic to topic. They feel productive because things are going done. They are getting done as according to their schedule. But finishing a topic is not the same as understanding it. Let me give you a simple example. An aspirant studies federalism. They read the standard book, they make notes, they follow the current affairs, and they finish the entire federalism topic in 2 days. Ask them, have you studied federalism? They will confidently say yes. But then, in the mains, the UPSC asks, evaluate the impact of GST on India's federal structure. And suddenly, they start struggling. You know why? Because they know what is federalism, but not how it operates in reality, the application of the concept. They haven't thought about fiscal power. They haven't thought about state autonomy. They haven't thought about the center-state relations as well. And this is what I call as coverage trap. You move fast because you are already afraid of failing behind the schedules, the coaching schedules, peer pressure, self-imposed timelines. But rushing gives you familiarity, not the mastery in the subject. So what to do instead? Study fewer topics, understand them completely. After finishing a topic, ask 3 important questions. Can I explain this simply? Can I apply it to the current issue? Can I answer an analytical question on it? If not, you haven't finished it. You have only passed through it. UPSC doesn't reward how much you have covered the syllabus, covered the topics. It always rewards how deeply you have understood the topic. This is the first mistake that you should avoid. Mistake 2, treating prelims and mains as separate exams. This is the common mistake that every aspirant will do. Treating the prelims and mains as 2 different streams. This is what usually happens, especially because of the trend that is going on. Students prepare for prelims with a MCQ mindset, facts, elimination, speed. They clear prelims, then panic. Now mains is a completely different game. This is misunderstanding. Prelims and mains are 2 stages of the same assessment. They test the same concepts, just at different depths, different levels. Prelims may ask the factual questions, mains may ask analytical questions on the same topics. If your prelims preparation was superficial, mains becomes overwhelming, undoubtedly. So what serious aspirant should do instead of this to overcome this? Study every topic with mains depth from the beginning itself. When you study a topic, don't stop at the facts. Ask again 3 questions. Why does this exist? What problem does it solve? What tensions or debates surrounding it? When you start doing this, prelims becomes easier because facts are automatic. Mains becomes manageable because depth already exists. This is how a comprehensive way of learning and preparing for UPSC. Study it well once. Don't study it twice badly and then well. So the third important mistake, optimizing for coaching, not for UPSC. The third mistake I would like to say is a systematic. Optimizing the preparation for coaching, not for UPSC. Serious aspirants attend classes regularly. They write tests sincerely. They follow the feedback carefully. But slowly, coaching becomes the reference point. How do I score well in this test? What style does my faculty like? How to impress the coaching institute or the faculty there? That is the real issue. Coachings, those tests are not UPSC. Coaching evaluation is not examiner evaluation. You have a doubt then. Let me give you an example. Some coaching tests reward very long answers. Students learn to write excessively. But in actual mains, this causes the time loss and incomplete papers. UPSC rewards clarity and precision. Coaching often rewards the volume. Coaching is useful, undoubtedly, but it's a tool, not the destination. Use that coaching to have a proper structure, to have a better discipline, to have some exposure. But always ask, is this helping me for UPSC or just for coaching scores? Your goal is not to top the test series. Your goal is to clear the UPSC. So this mistake you should avoid. Coming to the fourth mistake, practicing the answers, not answer writing. This is subtle but damaging. Practicing the answers instead of practicing the answer writing. Many of the aspirants with hundreds of answers, they will write a number of answers, but their marks don't improve. Can you say why? Because they repeat the same mistakes every time. So practicing answer means write, submit, read the feedback and move on. Practice answer writing means improving one specific skill at a time. Let me simplify this. I would like to give an example. One answer, focus only on better introductions. Next answer, focus only on transitions. And then next, focus on conclusions. Most aspirants write on autopilot. Same structure, same style, same problems. So practice without reflection becomes repetition. And that doesn't work. After every answer, ask yourself, what one thing will I improve in the next answer? So answer writing is a skill. Skills improve through deliberate practice, not the volume alone. So please avoid this mistake. And then comes the fifth mistake, studying in isolation from reality. The fifth biggest mistake in studying UPSC, preparing for this exam as an academic exercise, detached from the real life. I know the aspirants read about governance, economy, society, but doesn't observe them around themselves. They study municipalities, but don't notice their own city's problems. They read about schemes, but don't see how they work on the ground. So when you connect study with observation, understanding becomes deeper. Answers become richer and clear. Interviews become natural. So UPSC is not looking for textbook repetition, not for authors. It's looking for people who understand India as it is, with its real problems. So make it as a habit. Whenever you study a topic, ask, where do I see this in the real life? Books gives you concepts, so read books. But reality gives you the insight. Develop those insights. And then comes sixth mistake, confusing the information consumption with preparation. This is the final mistake. A mistake, mistaking the information consumption for preparation. Today, aspirants consume massive content. Videos, PDFs, summaries, Telegram channels, toppers notes, coaching material, the same topic from different sources. They feel that this is productive, but consumption is not the preparation. Understanding happens only when you process, recall, write, and connect. Watching is passive, processing is active. Understand that. That is the reality. So please do follow a simple rule. For every hour of content that you are consuming, spend time actively working with it. Write the notes without looking. Summarize in your own words. Attempt a question immediately. Information gives you comfort, good, but processing gives you the competence. So these mistakes are not the signs of weakness. So don't be panicked. These are all avoidable mistakes. They are the mistakes only serious aspirants make. If you recognized yourself as a serious aspirant, don't feel discouraged. Awareness is progress. These are flexible, not by more effort, but by better awareness. Be aware. You are already serious. Now make your seriousness effective. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.